What's up, everybody? My name is Nate. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the weekly rotation series. I talk about what I wore last week and I get your input as well. What did you guys wear? If you don't want to put your whole week down, that's totally fine too. Just throw in a couple nuances here and there. Helps me pick out some new fragrances. All right, so this one this week was a bit of a lighter week. It was a nice, fresh, airy, and a lot of the fragrances I wore, I was running out the door. I worked a lot this week. It was, but it was kind of a summery kind of get up this week, so I was really excited about that. On Monday, I wore YSL. This is the Eau Fresh version. This is YSL Y, and this stuff is really great. I would highly recommend taking this stuff with you if you are going about or working, because this stuff doesn't really last all that long. But this one is the fresher DNA, the fresher take of the whole YSL DNA. I really wish I just bought the bigger bottle, but I feel like I bought this one at a Nordstrom rack when it was kind of cheaper. And so that's the reason I had the smaller bottle. But regardless, I'm never gonna go through this bottle. I just buy things for aesthetic reasons. I am so materialistic, but hey, it's kind of a YSL week too, because I wore the Elixir later in the week. So this stuff was great. I took it with me. I refreshed like two times throughout the day. So I sprayed it on when I first went out to work, and then midway through the day, I sprayed it on again. So great, citrusy, fresh, clean, aromatic. And then Eau Givre, I wore this one on Tuesday. I did take this one with me as well, and I did reapply it. I typically do that because I carry around my laptop with me and my gym bag. So usually I have a bag with me, so I just throw in the fragrance that I'm wearing every day. Especially in the summertime when, I'm wearing these summer fragrances that I love that really just don't last all that long. For instance, today I'm gonna rock Missoni Wave, but I'm not doing much today. Today is kind of a chill day. I gotta get ready for a trip. I'm doing a collaboration with going out to see Real Men, Real Style, Antonio James over there at Gen Z. I'm gonna be doing some collaborations and stuff, so I'm not gonna like spout out any information or anything, but everything could fall apart and my plane could crash into the ground and Paragon fragrance would be no more. So, you never know what can happen, and life likes to throw me curveballs. So I'm all up for it. Let's rock and roll. Where are we at with this review? Eau Givre, this is great. I love this stuff. This is grapefruit, citrus. It's a very nice, airy, lighter, fresher version of Terre de Mez. That doesn't sound good. All right, then on, what is today? Today is Wednesday. On this Wednesday, I wore Grisada in Titanium. This stuff blew my socks off. Let me just tell you this. So they did reach out to me and they did send this bottle to me. And so I am not a paid shill. So this is not like, I'm not shilling my thoughts here or anything. This stuff is really great. I love the Pegasus DNA. So, a lot of people know that. I try to stress that regularly here on the channel with my repetitive top 10 lists over and over again. But Pegasus is one of the favorites of mine. It's the vanilla creamy cloud kind of DNA. And then I'm not too big of a fan of Reflection Man or, that kind of DNA. It doesn't really tickle my fancy, but when it's done in this kind of way, it's super intriguing. So the sage in here and the green aspects come across like a Reflection Man kind of thing. Mixing with this beautiful kind of heliotrope, vanilla, creamy sandalwood thing that Pegasus is known for, you get this concoction that is just fantastic. Really, they did an excellent job with this thing, and I really love it. Which sucks now because this was sent to me. So now if I love it, I'm a shill. So it's a double-edged sword doing fragrance content and getting shit sent to you for free. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I really like it. Those are my thoughts and not paid thoughts, even though they didn't pay me. They sent me the bottle, and that's considered payment, but. All right, and then another one I recently picked up was Lattafa's Radio, vintage radio. And this stuff is inspired by, allegedly, of Paragon by Initio. And this stuff, it smells identical to Paragon. It's that same fruity sweetness, this cleanness, this excellence. It's just fantastic. Paragon, the DNA of Paragon is some of my favorite stuff. Regardless of the name, it's fantastic. The name is fantastic. Let me just preface that point. But the DNA is really nice. It's fruity, it's Palo Santo wood, It's beautiful. And Lattafa's radio here, they did an excellent job. I really love the way that they crafted this thing together. It's super sexy. And it smells like 1-to-1 to Paragon. So, all right. And then on, what is this? Friday. Friday, I wore this mixed bag here. This is the YSL Elixir, and unsure about this one. So when I first initially sprayed it on, I was kind of repulsed, and I put my thoughts together, and it smells like 7-Up meets wood. And it's really sweet, but it's almost got this like 7-Up soda kind of vibe to it with a weird oud kind of thing going on in here. It's very clean, I love it, but I'm a little indifferent about it. I really wish that they went with a total spice approach and they really cranked up the spice aspects and not did this kind of weird balance of sweetness versus this ooh. It's really weird. The mix in here is super bizarre. So one of the comments on my video, they stressed that they should have went with a latent exclusive kind of thing or a latent kind of DNA to the Y. And I think that would be fantastic. And I have been really interested. I want to, since I make my own perfume sometimes, I want to find a formula for YSL Eau de Parfum, or maybe YSL, the original one, YSL, the Eau de Toilette, and then a latent formula, and mix those two together. I might even spray it on. Let's try it. Who needs making perfume when you can just layer shit together? All right, so latent exclusive. I don't have latent or latent exclusive. I used to have a decant of it, but anyway, regardless. So Lalique White and Black, it's a latent inspired by, and then the Eau de Parfum. So 2 sprays of each, let that air out a little bit, and we'll talk about this one a little bit more. I'm indifferent about it. You know, the oud comes across as this like clean, you know, weirdness, this clean kind of style of oud. I'm not totally digging it, but I can definitely see myself rocking it occasionally here and there. I think this will be one of the fragrances I do take with me on my trip here coming up soon. So I don't know, I'm indifferent. Let's check this layering combo out. Yeah, see, this would have been fantastic. If they put these two and kind of mashed these up together and put it into the elixir form, this would have been stunning. You got the sweetness and the muskiness from the latent, but then you also have the sweetness from this one too. I don't know, I really think, and if they added a little bit of oud into it, I think it would have been really stunning. I think they totally missed the mark on this. And that's just my thoughts on it. All right, and then on Saturday, I wore Sauvage Eau de Parfum. I really like this stuff a lot. I was gifted to this from a friend, Joe. Shout out to you, Joe, if you watch. It's kind of like the Parfum version. It's kind of like the Eau de Toilette version. It's just kind of more sexy, I think. I don't know. The Sauvage, you know, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, and the Parfum, they don't really change all that much. I mean, they do get a little like more woody. They don't really change all that much. But I feel like the Eau de Parfum has the edge of the most natural smelling Sauvage of the whole line, and it's really, really sexy. This was my first time wearing this, and I have to say I really like it. But then again, it's Sauvage. I mean, it's douchey baggery wrapped up in a bottle. And then I touched on today, I'm just gonna wear Missoni Wave. Just clean, aromatic, lovely. A little bit of a sweet woody kind of vibe with an ozonic quality. This stuff is superb, and if you don't like this stuff, then you're weird. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and throw what you were wearing last week. I would love to know your thoughts. I'm always buying new fragrances, so whenever you guys recommend me something, I usually buy it, which is a bad thing. It's a bad problem for my bank. I smell fantastic. It's gonna be a great thing for me smelling good and just projecting in the air and capturing the attention of hopefully people with a lot of money, but I digress. Thank you so much for watching the video, everyone. We will see you next time.